Hello everybody and welcome to Atalanta. Yes, the next rebuild. Now Atalanta, we're in Italy. They've only won the Italian Cup the once and that is about it. They've won the Serie B 5 times and Serie C1A once. So the plan really is to try and win them some trophies. Now, if we have a look at their club history, the competitions and domestics, they've not really been out of the top 10 for the past 6 seasons, really. A couple of, quite a few thirds and a 4th position as well. Since they got back into Serie A, they've kind of struggled a little bit, and then all of a sudden it's just clicked and they've found their form. Absolutely, truly amazing actually. 4th, a 7th, which probably you could put down as a fluke, and then it's been straightforward thirds. Their captain is Rafael Toloi. I mean, he looks really nice actually. 30 years old though, unfortunately. But hopefully we'll tie him down for maybe another season. He's got another, 3 seasons? So he's going to be 33 years old. Looks like he's starting to decline already. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Vice captain is Remo Frula as well. He looks really nice actually. Centre midfielder or DM as well. That looks pretty, I mean, very nicely rounded. He's not declining. He's 29 years old. We've also got Zapata as well. I think he's a forward. Excellent forward, actually. 18 finishing. Brilliant stats. And 56 goals in 103 games for Atalanta. That is pretty darn good. And their hot prospect is Giorgio Scalvini. Centre-back, 6'4". He can jump, he can head. And physical-wise, I mean, he looks really nice, actually. So we'll have to keep an eye on him. 17 years old. He's in the first team, so we'll have to see if he actually gets any game time this season. If we have a look at some of the transfers that's already been made. So there's quite a few transfers that have been made before we signed. Musso has signed from Udinese. I think he's a goalkeeper, £17 million. Argentinian. And he looks pretty nice, actually. I think he's going to be our first teamer. Who else is Coop Miners as well from AZ, £12 million. Romero, £13 million. £7 million for Lovato. Sappacosta from Chelsea, £9.5 million. Hopefully we'll, I mean, again, 29 years old, but he's still got a few years left to play. We have signed 2 players, Augustin Alvarez Martinez. Uruguayan, he can play up front. He's 20 years old. And we want somebody who's going to be probably replacing Zapata at some point. So hopefully we're going to nurture him into that position. He's got very, very high potential as well. And our other signing is a defender, Pierre Kalulu. Again, defenders reaching 30 years old now. So we need somebody in there young. He's got very, very good potential. 21 years old. He's fully determined. Physicals, mentals and technicals look really good. Not bad for a 21-year-old. Overall, £82 million has been spent in the market. Not by us, obviously. Just the 22 million or 25 million. Some of the players that have actually gone, pause the screen if you want to have a look. I mean, there's a lot of players out on loan. I mean, how big is this squad? This is absolutely ludicrous. This is crazy. Okay, so who actually went then? If you scroll to the very top, 12.5 million Barrow and 8 million Ibanez. Okay, fine. Tactic wise, we're going with a 4-1-2-1-2, the 4-4-2 diamond as it is. I think this is going to provide us the best course with the play. We've got no wingers, so that is an issue. So we can't play with wingers. So I think this is the best other scenario we can use. We're going to start off with Musso in goal. We've got Kalulu, the youngster. I want him to get game time. Frula and Coop Miners, they're pretty youngish, so they're going to be in midfield. And also we've got a Martinez up front with a lot of other players. As you can see, they're ready to fight it out. The season started off okay. We beat our first team 5-2, which was almost a gimme. We've had a couple of losses. A 3-1 loss to Milan is the last game before we started the league. But we did have some pretty good wins, like a 1-0 over Inter Milan, a 2-2 draw with Juventus, and then a 1-1 draw with the start of the league against Lazio. Martinez getting his first goal on his debut. And Genoa a 1-0 win at home. Champions League. Let's have a quick look at where we're at there. We've got Bayern Munich, Sevilla and Monaco. I'm not going to lie, that's going to be quite challenging. and the board expectations is to reach the final of this cup competition. So, yeah, there's no pressure, I can tell you. So what we're going to do, we're going to simulate season 1. We'll come back, we'll have a look how we've done, and we'll assess where we're going from here. This has to be a surprise after season 1, I'm not going to lie. I think this is the first save we've done where we've won the league. Atalanta, in their history, have now won Serie A in the first season of this rebuild by just bringing 2 players in. Really? Could that really be it? I don't know. 27 wins, 8 draws, only 3 losses, and them 3 losses coming to Torino, Milan and Fiorentina, surprisingly enough. Well, so all these other teams, wow. I wonder how well we did against them, obviously. So 89 points as well, but 77 goals. So Zapata gets the best player in the division. A 7.5 ahead of Insigne and Dumfries. However, he doesn't get leading goal scorer. It was Immobile. Imagine if we had Immobile in the side, how good we would be. Maybe that's something for a future project. I don't know. Ilicic is third best assist with 11. Nobody else really on the mark here at all. Not even our interceptions made or dribbles or anything like that. Nothing. But we are the leading goal scorers as a team and the most chances created. And we're the second least conceded in the division as well. So we're the most goals scored and second least in the division. Only by 2 goals, bettered by Inter. That's amazing. Let's go and have a look at some of the results then. So we started off pretty well, actually, to be fair. Off the bat in September, wins straight down Inter, Juventus. I mean, what a start that is. A 1-0 and a 4-0 over Juventus. Wow. Ilicic netting a hat-trick and Zapata as well with a goal. That is pretty darn good. And then we go into October and we lose our first game against Fiorentina. I mean, it is outstanding. This is unbelievable. Milan, we beat 3-1 there. Sampdoria, I mean, I can't guarantee this is going to happen next season. Then we have an unbeaten season in December. I mean, it's just wins, isn't it? A draw. I mean, any big teams in there? A 2-0 win over Napoli. Other teams that you would expect to win. Lazio, we win. Inter, 5-1. Oh, my word. We beat Milan, and now we've beaten Inter as well. And a win against Juventus. Did we just play Juventus up here? Oh, that might have... No, we beat them 4-0. And we beat them 3-1 away from home. Oh, good grief. That's an unbeaten sequence, that is, as well. From the end of October all the way through... well, to the 3rd of April. I mean, you're talking 5-6 months there. Wow, that's just that's decent. I've not had that before. I'd like to have gone unbeaten, but that would have been nice. We dropped 2 losses in April, though. Milan do get their own back. Only 3-2, though. A 76th minute winner. So we do come back from behind. But it is a winner for Milan in the end. And Torino a 1-0. 49th minute at home, disappointingly enough. And then we finish strong once again. Napoli, the early dropped points in May. The Italian Cup, we get ourselves all the way to the final and we win. We win the Italian Cup. So we do the domestic double. That's not bad for a first season. I mean, to be fair, it's a lot to live up to now. If we are the reigning champions and defending champions, that's going to be pretty difficult. Sampdoria win 2-1. Juventus 2-1 in the quarters. Semi-finals, we have a 4-3 victory over Udinese and Napoli 2-0 in the final. Coop Miners and Zapata once again. Zapata scoring every round. He does. Excellent stuff. The Champions League, not so good. We do start off with the victory over Sevilla, 3-0 at home. And then it's just, yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? Monaco, we lose 4-2. Bayern Munich, we lose 2-0. Then 3-0. Monaco again, we lose, and Sevilla we lose. Yeah, it's not a great time in this cup competition at all. Finishing bottom, that's probably what would have been expected. But I would have liked to have got into the Europa League at least, especially starting off strongly with the 3-0 victory over Sevilla. So confirmation then, we finish top, we get knocked out. Liverpool win it, the Champions League, and the confirmation we do win the Italian Cup as well. I mean, that is just the domestic double. That's superb in our first season. Zapata is our leading goal scorer, 27. Martinez with 17, not too bad for the 21-year-old. Zapata obviously helping him out quite a bit. 7 assists each for them two. Coop Myers with 15. We've got Ilicic with 12. Muriel with 10. Again, some of these players are looking a little bit old, like Zapata, Ilicic, Muriel. I would like to try and hang on to Zapata if we can, and maybe Muriel, just in case we don't get anybody else. Maybe for another season or two. Or do we cash in now? There is another... they are on for another season, but we don't want to let them go if we can avoid it. 5 players on double figures. That is just amazing. Nobody else really comes close, though, to be fair. Assist-wise, we've got Ilicic with 12, 8 for Frula, 7 for Martinez and Zapata. Ruslan with 6 in midfield. Pizzella with 6. I just want to have a look at our defender here, because I know his contract is running out. He is up for £21 million. Now, there is a deal to bring him here, but I don't think we've got enough money for that, so we'll just have to find out. Even if he's just one signing that we get, that we can keep him at the back, that will be superb. How did Kalulu do? Our other signing. There he is. Pierre Kalulu, 46 games, 7.14 is very good indeed. 2 assists. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad for the French lad. So financially then, what have we got to deal with? So we've got to go and defend it next season. We've got £19 million, £39 million in the bank. I mean, I think, can we ask for any money? I think we've already asked. If we can increase our wages, then we could transfer some of that money over, I think. So we'll do that. We may have to look at some of the clauses as well, that we'll have a look. So let's deal with that. We'll come back in a few minutes and we'll have a look at some of the transfers, if any, we have made. We re-sign Mary Demerel. He was on loan with us last season. There was an option to buy for 21 million. We have bought him for 21.5 million actually. He had a pretty good season last season. He's already started off pretty well already. Very, very good at the back. Stats wise, look at them. They're just all stacked up. Physicals and mentals, amazing. Great heading, marking and tackling. What you want in the centre backs, and also he's very, very pacey at the back, so he can play a high line if needed. And he's only 24 years old, 6'4". He's going to be here to the end, I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. Jeremy Boga, we sign him. He was on loan with us last season, and then we had an option to buy him as well. I think it was already done. £18 million there. I probably wouldn't have paid that. In fact, I probably wouldn't have even bought him, to be perfectly honest. But to be fair, we can probably resell him again, so we'll see what happens this season. But we do lose ace forward, so maybe we just hang on to these youngsters and see exactly what happens. We shall see. But again, very, very pacey. He's got very good finishing, or sort of finishing. He's good dribbles and very good technique up there as well. So hopefully he'll prove himself. If not, we'll push the button and we'll let him go. And our big signing really is Danny Almo. A cam roll. We needed somebody in that position behind our 2 forwards, and instead of going for wingers, which I was very tempted to because there's quite a lot out there, we picked up Danny, and I think he's going to be absolutely superb. He's there for another 5 seasons. We've got 4 seasons left of this, so he's going to be here to the end as well, unless he declines rapidly. But again, 24 years old, 28 by the time he finishes. He should be well up there by then. £55 million going up to 60. Very good season in the Bundesliga with Leipzig. 7.12, 10 goals, 7 assists already. 2 assists, and is already match player of the match awards in the 3 games. So hopefully Italy will be more to his liking. These attributes are just so good. First touch is brilliant, dribbling's brilliant. He's got good technique as well. Passing's excellent. Vision superb. He's got flair. Wow, what can you ask from this young'un? And I think he's going to do a real good job for us. So the current spending is 74 million. Added on to Demirel as well, 21.5 million. That's close to £100 million spent. Do we let anybody go? Don't think so. But this season we do let go of quite a few players. As Zapata has gone to PSG for £40 million. Hence why we brought in Almo. We were quite a lot of strikers, and Zapata didn't want to sign another contract. So instead of letting him go on a free, we decided to sell him before his contract was up next year. A couple of other players, Dim City, he's gone to Shakhtar for 8.5. Scalvini, he's gone to Liverpool for 7.5. Miranchuk to Leon, I think it is, 5.5, and a couple of others. Just a little bit of £1 million there, just to add it up to £71 million. So really, we've probably spent about £30 million, which is pretty good, actually, to be fair, and not bad at all. Getting into the season already, we've been pretty lucky, and I think we're heading off in the same direction as we did last season. We're unbeaten so far in the 2 months of friendlies, including a 6-0 hammering of Manchester United. United did have the likes of Twanzebe, Van der Beek, Hannibal, alright, Diallo, Shortide. They had a young side, let's put it that way, but we still needed to put 6 past them, so we did that with Martinez scoring 3 goals. And there was a massive issues with him. Rennes just were not letting go. They wanted him. They offered £7 million. And we said no. But we're not letting this guy go on £7 million. Are they daft? But we managed to get him on another contract, so he's not going anywhere just yet. But yeah, 6-0 victory. Absolutely superb. We start off the season against Lazio and Inter with a 2-0 and 3-0. Muriel scoring a couple of goals. Martinez on the score sheet as well. Juventus, a 3-2. Tanana, 3-0. A 3-3 draw with Napoli and Cremonese, 2-0. It's looking very, very good for us. We're top of the table, a point ahead of Inter. 3 more behind, 3 more ahead of Milan as well. The Champions League, we pit ourselves against Man City, Bayern Leverkusen, and Celtic. I'm hoping we can go a little bit further this time than finishing bottom of the group. The Italian Cup reached the final once again. We're defending champions, and we've also got a Super Cup that's happening as well, which begins in January. So hopefully we'll do something in that. But we've got Napoli. In fact, it's the final, actually. The Super Cup's against Napoli. Okay, that's going to be quite interesting as well. Right, let's simulate this second season and let's see how we get on. So what can be described as a fluke first season, I'm not going to lie, a domestic double. We finish a credible 4th position this time, just ahead of Napoli, Lazio and Juventus as well. Very, very tight. 7 points adrift from Roma. Milan 8 points and massive 20 points from Inter Milan. They just really stormed it, really. We did have a lot of draws though, 13. I think that's the most apart from Sampdoria in the league. That's just crazy. But we only lose 6 games though. 19 wins with 64 goals and 33 against. It's very, very short. 64 goals, very much short from last season. But we do have Muriel on one of the leading goal scorers with 25. Osman 43 and Immobile 32. That is just crazy, the amount of goals that they are scoring. We do concede the 3rd least in the league, though, so that is quite impressive. Or 2nd, I guess, with Roma and Juventus only conceding 32 each. But that's, I'd say it's quite another successful season. So let's have a look at some of the scores then in this league and then have a look at the other competitions. So starting off, we did really, really well. September went unbeaten with the Empoli, Bologna and Genoa. Brescia we win, Roma we draw. We do lose to Milan though, 2-1 with Udinese a draw on the other side. Torino we beat Fiorentina, so a lot of draws here. So we need to score goals, and that seems to be the problem with the loss of Zapata though, unfortunately. Again, another unbeaten January. We just lose the 1 game against Inter. Another couple of draws. Again, some more defeats. And we didn't finish off strongly as well without winning the last 4 games. We were very, very lucky. Sampdoria then. Did we have a goal in the last few minutes, I guess? 92nd minute equaliser, which helped us get a 4th spot. So thanks, Christian Romero. Thank you very much for your help there. The Italian Cup. We've done it again. We've retained the Italian Cup, beating Inter 2-0 in the final. We do lose the away leg 3-2, but we do win on away goals after a 4-4 draw. Absolutely outstanding. A 93rd minute Di Mero goal, which helps us qualify for the final. Massive 2-0 win. Oh my God, we've won the Italian Cup for the 2nd year in a row. This is what dreams are made of, folks. The Champions League, it looks like we've got ourselves all the way to the final, which the final is going to be played in a couple of days' time. So what we'll do, we'll whiz over to that, and then we'll come back and see what this result is. And unfortunately, we do lose the Champions League final 2-0 to Liverpool. It was a great ride, a brilliant ride. In fact, look at this. If we have a look, Man City, we lost 2-0 in our first game. But we do beat Celtic. We draw with Leverkusen twice, both 0-0. Then we beat Celtic again. 10-1 in 2 games. Wow, that is just fantastic. And then we beat Man City 2-1 in the return. Did we win the group? We came second in the group. That's impressive. We beat Bayern Munich 2-0 away from home as well. Ruslan and Muriel scoring the goals. Ajax, we win over 2 legs in the quarter-final, 4-3. PSG, look at that, 5-0 in the home tie. Oh my word, that is absolutely amazing. Muriel getting quite a few goals there. We do lose the second leg. Who scored that one? Icardi. Did Zapata play at all? I don't know. But we do get ourselves to the Champions League final. That is absolutely superb. So, despite finishing 4th in the league, we get ourselves all the way to the Champions League final. And we win the Italian Cup as well in one season. There's only one more cup competition that we were in, the Super Cup. Let's go and find out how we did there. And lo and behold, we have won the Italian Super Cup as well. That is a very, very successful season. I'm not going to lie. That is absolutely superb. A 4th place finish. We get to the final of all cup competitions. And we win all but one of them. Oh my word, that is absolutely outstanding. What a fantastic season that is. So just to reiterate, runners up in the Champions League, fantastic. I mean, we must have some money now, surely. We win the Italian Cup once again, and we win the Italian Super Cup. Let's have a look at the squad then very quickly then before we move on. Muriel, 34 goals. Martinez, 15 goals. Not bad for a 22-year-old, and he's getting better and better by looks of things. Muriel, I'm hoping he's going to hang on for another season. We'll have to see if we can tie him down, or we try and get another youngster in. But 34 goals in the season is fantastic. Coop Myers, 12. Roslin with 11. Then we've got Piccoli as well. He's out on loan currently at the moment. 8 goals. So we might have him back in. Him and Martinez up front. 2 very young players and quite good players as well. And Olmo, how well has he done? 7 goals, 13 assists. Phenomenal. Not bad for his first season in Italy. Brilliant. Romero, the defender, 3 goals. He gets a few in there. Palmino as well. 3 goals and 6 assists. Di Mero, 2 goals. We know he scored important goals. Martin Darun, he played 44 games, a goal and assist. He must have played in the DM role, so that's phenomenal. Olmo, top assist. Martinez with 10 assists, 15 goals and 10 assists for Martinez. That's great. Can't ask for more than that. And Kalulu, 9 assists, the defender. Unless he played right back. Now, he could have played right back this time round, because we did remove him from the centre-back position because we had Romero back in. I'm just wondering whether he played right back. If he did, that's superb. That is really, really good. The future's looking bright. There's just a couple of players that we may need to either move on or replace, but for the time being, we're looking really, really good at the minute. Let's have a look at the club vision. High tempo football. I mean, develop players using the youth system. So we have got a few youngsters coming through. Signed players under the age of 23 for the first team. They're devastated by that apparently, but I don't think we need to sign anybody else, I don't think. For this season, or end of next season, qualify for the Champions League again, reach the first knockout round. And my contract expires as well, so hopefully they'll give us a new one. But apart from that, we're looking very, very good. Oh, build a new stadium. So that is currently ongoing. That's the 5-year plan. Okay. Minimum 4-year contracts, first team players, and work within the wage budget. Okay, we can do that. Okay, finances. They're going to give us 25 million this time. I think we could do something like that. And we have got a bit of wiggle room in the wages. So let's go and have a look what we've done. We bring Gustavo Asuancao to Atalanta, a DM position or midfield position with Darun on the wrong side of 30. We're looking, well, It's possible that he could retire in a few years' time if he doesn't, or he may move on if he doesn't sign a new contract. So we're going to have to bring in some young blood just to cover that position if that does happen. Now, there's not many players out there, but this young Brazilian at 23 years old fits the bill for the club vision. If he gets a few games, then great. But I'm not holding my breath as of yet this season, but we'll see how it goes. We bring him in from Famalicão from Portugal, £15 million. He had a very, very good couple of seasons with them, so I'm hoping he'll do pretty well for us and it'll be a very good stand-in for Darun. And one signing that has cost us the rest of our budget was Eduardo Camavinga. Oh yes, you've heard me correctly. The French young wonder kid. He's very spirited. Potential ability is absolutely phenomenal, and he's going to be sitting in midfield. Now, we are going to keep him in midfield as a Corelio. That's what his preferred position is. I'd rather have him as a box-to-box. I'm assuming he can play box-to-box. He can. But we'll see what it's like this season as him playing in his preferred position. That's what I promised him when he came to the club. And yeah, a lot of money though. Tackling and techniques looks phenomenal. Stamina even better. I mean, he can play in the DM role as well if we want him as a deep line playmaker. Possibly we could use him in that role. Again, another 20-year-old. So yes, brace yourselves. £75 million, folks. A lot of money. But look, last season though, Real Madrid, they quickly decided to offload him, especially with that amount of money being paid. So yeah, we'll bring him in for 26 and we'll sell him for 75. That is just ridiculous. £50 million profit on the young man. I'm surprised they didn't put up much of a fight though, to be perfectly honest, but I don't really care at this stage. Physicals, mentals, and he's ever improving on the technicals. He can take corners as well, I didn't realise. But yeah, in the midfield, I want him to lead the line in midfield, one for the future. Him and probably Koopmeiners as well with Dani Olmo. And possibly we need another DM really. Gustavo really could play there, but we'll see what happens. But Darun will be in there as well. So a couple of the free transfers in here for the youngsters. But if we look over to the right hand side, the player's gone out. Muriel has gone to Ajax for up to £31 million. I think it was £15 million up front and then £15 million over 2 seasons, over 2 years. So we do good say goodbye to him. Robin Gosens has gone to Inter for £21.5 million. At 29 years old, he played really well for us. But to be perfectly honest, that left back position, we're going to need some more young blood in there. The offer came in and we accepted. Maybe a little bit daft on my part. I'm wondering now, but he's gone to Inter now, so there's not much I can do about it. Toloi has gone to Fiorentina for 10.75. I'm just looking at them 2 transfers now, thinking they've gone to our rivals. Maybe a little bit silly again. Benfica pick up Palomino for 6.5. Galini, the goalkeeper, has gone to Torino, and Torino also pick up Lovato as well. Almeria pick up Ilicic, who was on 35, nearly 36 years old. So, again, a player that we're looking to replace, and hopefully we have done with Olmo. So, yeah, 81 in and £81 million out. But it does offload us some older players. Looking at a side now, we're going to start off with Piccolo and Martinez up front. The 2 youngsters, I'm really looking forward to see how this partnership grows. We've also got Camavinga in the midfield in his preferred position. I'm just wondering whether to have this position now as maybe a box-to-box. Maybe we might do that. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens for this season. We may revert it back to a box-to-box and a central midfielder again. We're going to have a DM role. Demiral is now injured. He's going to be starting for us, and Musso in goal also. Romero's travelling. He's gone somewhere. He's gone to Argentina. He'll be back in September in a week's time, so that's okay then. We've done pretty well in pre-season. Juventus, Spezia, a couple of other teams. Tottenham in there, 2-0 win over them. Napoli, a 2-1 win away from home. Bologna, we start the season with a 2-0 victory there at home. Napoli, I don't understand why we're playing them in a friendly and then playing them in the league. It doesn't sit well with me, let's put it that way. But we draw 0-0 away from home. The season, we are top of the table, which is nice. But in the Champions League, we do pick up PSG. And I think they got Zapata in there as well. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. We've got Dortmund to play and Besiktas as well. I'm hoping or aiming to get out of this group at least into the Europa League. We'll see what happens. The Italian Cup, we are going to be defending it again for the 3rd time in a row. We'll see how that happens. And then we're playing Inter in the Italian Super Cup. Once again, simulate the next season and we'll be back. And let's see what we've done. Once again, it looks like we've had another cracking season. We finished 2nd this time, 2 points behind Juventus. Wow, what a close run thing that is. 23 wins, 8 draws. So we've condensed our draws at least anyway into wins, and 7 losses. So I think that's 1 more than last time. 6-7 goals, 32 against, 35 goal difference. That's not bad. That's a big improvement. When you think of Milan, who are below us, in fact, they are 7 points, 8 points below us. Inter, wow, 66 points they're on. Napoli, Lazio. Roma finish outside the top 7. Fiorentina also. Sampdoria nearly getting themselves relegated. That would have hurt them quite a bit. Olmo is a 2nd assist maker in the league, or joint 2nd with 12. Wow, is that it? Nobody else? Mobley, 27, leading goal scorer, and we are the league's 3rd leading goal scorers as a club, and 3rd least conceding. The league, some of the results then. So Roma, we lose our first game, not so much in actually, straight after the Napoli game. Yeah, it's very tough, isn't it? But we do go on a run. Look at this. Nice big long run here. Any big ones? Milan, Lazio, we beat Juventus. We beat Juventus at home. 5-0 against Parma there. Napoli, 1-0. Nice. Roma, we win. And Inter, we lose. And then Torino, we lose. 2 on the bounce there. But we do finish very slow on the last 6 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games without a win. That's what's cost us the title. A draw against Juventus. We went ahead in that game as well. We let them equalise. Lazio, we lose. Lose to Empoli. Draw with Fiorentina. I mean, what did this game cost us? We do score in the 1st minute. An 88th minute winner for Parma. That's ridiculous. Parma get relegated as well and we lose. That is, I mean, we had 4 home games on the bounce and we couldn't pick up any points. That's poor. 2 points from possible 12. That's cost us. Absolutely cost us. I don't know what's happened there, whether we had injuries. I've got no idea, but that is, that's got to hurt. The Italian Cup, we do not, I repeat, we do not defend it. We get knocked out by Inter in the quarterfinals 2-1 after beating Bari in the 3rd round. The Champions League, we get all the way to the semi-finals and we lose to Liverpool. So Liverpool, I wonder if they've won the Champions League for a 3rd time in a row now. I'm wondering, because they did win it last season and the season before, I think they did. But we lose 5-0 on aggregate either way. So the group stages, we draw PSG, we draw Besiktas and Dortmund, and then we beat them by the odd goal after that. So that's not too bad. Where did we finish? We did finish top of the group, believe it or not, with 12 points. That's amazing. And we knocked Dortmund into the Europa League. We beat Bayern 3-2 on aggregate overall after coming back from behind from 2-1. Milan, we win on penalties in the quarterfinals. Just can't get past Liverpool. The Super Cup is won by us again. Oh, well, you can't say that we're not having an uneventful season, that's for sure. We finish 2nd and we pick up the Super Cup as well. So a trophy each season is absolutely phenomenal. Semi-final in the Champions League and the 2nd place. Wow. What a great season it's turned out to be. Looking at the squad then, Piccolo gets 25 goals. He beats Martinez to the top. 17 goals for Martinez, 16 for Ruslan as well. So 3 players reaching double figures. I'd say we have to improve on that, but if it means finishing 2nd, I'm going to allow it. How did our star Camavinga play? 4 goals, 6 assists. That's not bad for his first season though. A 7.06. Amazing. Olmo, 9 and 15. He's looking very, very good now. Top assist maker, Male with 11. Piccolo and Pizzella, Martinez. I mean, it's right through the whole team. That is pretty good. And our squad looks very, very good now. Still a lot of players to move on, possibly. One that stands out already is Rune. I don't know how long he's got left. Possibly one more season, maybe. We'll see how that goes. Or do we cash in? £10 million. Probably not enough, really, I don't think, to warrant selling him now. I don't think. It's nice to have a good player like that in the team. Somebody you can rely on. Same with Sappacosta as well. 5 games he played this time. Maybe it might be time to move him along. We just don't know. Frula, 39 games. Not really managing much. But again, only 32. He's still got another year on his contract. Maybe get another year extension on him, maybe. We'll see how that happens. But unless somebody else is out there better, then we may as well keep them. Money-wise, what have we got this time? We're getting close to £30 million now. We're getting quite far in the Champions League, but we don't seem to be retaining a lot of money though. That's problematic. Our wage budget, we've still got 200,000 to spend a week in the wages, so maybe one or two players once more possibly to bring in. But I don't think there's going to be that much room really to move around. If we have a look at the squad just very briefly, we have got a lot of players who are contracts running out next season, so we're going to have to tie these guys down, if not move them along. Right, let's have a look what we brought in and who we let go. Right, just the one signing then this season, and to be perfectly honest, I don't think we really let anybody else go. We've kept the same side as it was. It was working perfectly, but we've just brought one player in because of concern to Olmo. He decided he wants to leave the club. Real Madrid came knocking. I refused. He's a bit peed off about it. So, it's not sort of retaliation, but just to make ourselves aware and to bring somebody in just in case he really does kick off. We bring in Charles de Ketelare. I think that's how you say it. Probably not. But again, another cam player. He can play up front, he can play midfield, but mainly for the cam position. He looks absolutely amazing. Look at these attributes. Composure, decision making, great flair, off the ball, vision. He's got great technique, he's got a great first touch. Pretty much a great playmaker in that cam position. Just behind Olmo, really, as to that position there, though. But to be fair, he did cost us the best part of £45 million. Yeah, so a little bit of money costing there. I think we had something like 20 million up front and then loads of add-ons all the way. Very, very good season in Belgium, last couple of seasons, should I say. 19 goals, 18 goals, 20 goals. I expect the same again, if we can. If that does happen, we will be in a better position to get Champions League football or win Champions League. That's what Olmo was really concerned about. He wants to win the Champions League. Well, don't we all? But the fact that we've managed to get to the semi-finals, the final. So, you know what? If you want the final, you've got to try a little bit better, haven't you? As long as we don't play Liverpool again. So, that is Charles. He looks really great, actually, to be fair. And that is the only signing we've really done. Out the door go Pasalic and Boga. They've both left. They're the only two people really that we've sold. 7 million and 2 million, 2.8 million. That is about it. Nothing really else happening. So we've got off to a great start so far in all the games we've played. We've only conceded the one against Juventus in a friendly. 3-0, 5 and 6-0. We've started the season off with a 3-0 win against Genoa and Lazio as well. 2-0, which I was quite amazed at, as Charles gets on the score sheet in his second competitive game for us. So I'm very, very happy. And it's nice to see Koopmeiners on the score sheet as well. He's getting a little bit unhappy. He's not getting much game time, but I think he's going to have quite a bit of game time. And look at that Olmo scoring. Okay, pair of them. That's pretty decent. So yeah, competition-wise, so we are lying in second position, level on points with Inter, although we haven't conceded a goal yet. We do draw Chelsea, Porto and Real San Sebastian in the Champions League. Oh, there's no Super Cup, even though we got to the final last time. That's a shame. So let's sim season 4. And fingers crossed, we'll have another trophy to shout about. Okay, with season 4 completed, and once again we get a second place finish, just ahead of Milan, Juventus, Napoli, Roma and Fiorentina are in there as well. So who's dropped out? Lazio, they still get a European place. Empoli, Sampdoria do go down this season. They've gone down to Serie B. That's very, very unfortunate. But 23 wins, same as last season. 7 draws, 8 losses, so it's kind of switched around a little bit. 75 goals though, we've scored a few more than last season, conceded a few more, and 76 points. I think that's less than last season as well. But Piccolo is the 3rd best player in the league. So how did the season unfold for us then? So we started off pretty well. We were unbeaten after the Genoa, Lazio. We did beat Juventus 2-1, then Venezia. Then we lose to Inter 1-0 at home as well, and an 11th minute penalty, or as it could have been a 0-0 or a different story altogether. We go through an unbeaten October, the teams you would expect, not conceding many goals either. We do lose to Verona 4-2 in the league. Oh word. Sampdoria 4-0. We do lose to Roma away from home and away at Napoli as well, but we do beat Milan in between time 3-1, and Torino, which we always seem to struggle against Torino, so that's a good result. Spal we draw. We do lose to Udinese. Any big scores in there? Trying to look at anything big. Nothing really massive as scores go, but we have an unbeaten March, so that's kind of nice. Fiorentina and Sampdoria in there again, away from home, a draw and a win. Roma we beat 3-1, and then Torino we lose. We draw with Milan. Coming towards the end of the season, though, we do lose to Sassuolo 3-1 in the last game, so we don't quite get 5 games won on the bounce, but that's quite unfortunate either way, just to lose 3-1. Thankfully, it didn't hurt us gaining that 2nd spot. The Italian Cup, we do reach the final, and we do lose on penalties to Inter. Wow, we beat Spal Torino in the Cup. Milan we win on aggregate 2-0. We didn't concede a goal against them. That's brilliant. But unfortunately we couldn't beat the other Milan team. So no trophy this season so far. The Champions League, we reached the first knockout round where we lose 4-3 to Arsenal after losing 3-2 at home. We go there and draw 1-1, but 3-2. Martinelli hat-trick. Martinez did try and get one couple back, but yeah, it's just 3-2 in the end. That's really, really bad. We do get out the group stage though. Chelsea, Real San Sebastian and Porto we draw, and then we go on. But we beat Chelsea 4-0. So same again like last season in the Champions League, where we drew the first 3 and then go on and win the last 3. It doesn't get us top spot though. Chelsea do get that with that 1 loss to us and that draw, so they didn't really beat us and they didn't score against us, so that's pretty decent. Just unfortunate we didn't get any further. The squad then, how did we fare? So goal wise, Martinez and Piccolo 25 each. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Martinez with 11 assists, Piccolo with 6. That's pretty decent. At least they're sharing the weight of the goal scoring. 50 goals between them. That's fantastic. And Charles, 15 goals, 9 assists in his first season. Even better. I was going to say fantastic again. It's even better. Coop Myers as well with 12 and 5. So 4 people reaching double figures. That's phenomenal. We want to try and at least get one of our strikers to 30. But look at that. They're only 24 years old. The side that we have got now is looking really good. Frula as well. He gets 25 games, 1 goal and 3. Ruslan as well. Not many games this time. Maybe we look to move him along, possibly. Darun only played 3 games, 20 on his sub. Maybe we do either let him play out his contract here, unless somebody else comes in for him. But yeah, and a couple of other players as well. Some more down here. Hans Hotboer. Yeah, it may be time to let him go, possibly. We don't know. We shall see. We'll see where we're short and where we can improve. But other than that, it's quite good. Assist-wise, 4 people in double digits for assists. Martinez, Kalulu, 2 goals and 11. He must be playing on the right back. Olmo as well. He's got another 2 seasons left. And you know what? I'm going to try and keep him. 45 games, 6 goals, 11 assists. Camavinga, 6 and 10. Pizzella, 9. Some of these players are getting some game times now, aren't they, really? And the side is looking really good. We're just not sure where we're going to fit in that extra player. Maybe, I don't know, maybe another defender possibly. A left back, which just seems to be a little bit short. Although Pizzella played quite well, 9 assists. It's going to be interesting where we can get this 1 extra person or 2 people in just to boost our side up a little bit. But that's not bad end to the season, though, to be fair. We don't win anything, but the champions... I'm going to have a look at the Champions League and who are the past winners, because it looks like Liverpool, Man City, Liverpool. Liverpool get to the final in all 4 occasions. Chelsea, even though we beat Chelsea, Chelsea got to the final. That's insane. But Liverpool have won it 3 times of the last 4 seasons. Can they go and win it again? That would be crazy. Just out of interest, records most times won is Real Madrid, 13. £13 million this time. It's not an awful lot. We are going to have to sell in order to bring in. And 20% of the transfer revenue is made available. Really? So if we sell somebody for £1 million, we're only going to get £200,000 from it. Who's making these ridiculous decisions? Right, we're going to make a board request, and hopefully that will sort everything out. It's not owners, that's for the next season's budget. Maybe I might do that. Right, okay. Let's move along and let's see where we can improve this team that little bit further. Right, as you saw, £13 million isn't an awful lot, but we do manage to make a couple of signings. Isaac Johansson has come to the club mainly as a backup and a future prospect for us. He's got a very good reputation. His potential, he's probably at his potential now. But again, 22 years old, we've got some aging players. We want somebody who's going to come in and play a few games. And then once the older ones leave, probably next season or the season after, then this guy can just pop in. I mean, his stats look very, very nice as well. He's been playing in Denmark. He's had very, very good past few seasons, 7+. I mean, we can't argue with that at all, can we? So hopefully he's going to get a little bit of game time. That's one way or another. But stamina, he's not going to tire. Vision, determination, I mean, it's brilliant, isn't it? It's great passing as well. D-line playmaker as well. So, yeah, hopefully he's just going to pop into the team and help us out quite a bit if needed. And our final signing is Keo George, forward. We decided to bring in another one. He's not a winger, don't worry. We're not playing wingers. But again, a striker who can come in and do a job for us. Brazilian, 23, 6'4", very, very good physically. And not bad finishing either, actually. Last couple of seasons not been too bad. 26 goals in 97 overall. We took him off Juventus, so they've not really utilised him. Besiktas did, and so did Salzburg, but not too much. But a very good 7.31 in there with Salzburg. Hopefully when he comes on, he'll show his potential. And again, another young forward up front to go with our 24-year-olds. Overall, £16 million spent. We do bring in another one for the under-20s. But nobody really of note going out the window. Hatterboer, he's gone, and Zappacosta's gone as well. Apart from that, nobody else has gone. 825,000 for Zappacosta, very, very cheap to Sporting. And Real Hespeles pick up Hatterboer for 1.8 million. So not an awful lot. So we didn't have that much to spend. We've literally gone with the same side that we've already had. With that being said, the results are there for you to see. An unbeaten start so far, a couple of goals conceded. We do start the season against Sassuolo and Cremonese, a 2-1 and a 3-0 respectively. That should put us top of the table or thereabouts. But it's very nice to have this unbeaten run for us at the moment. And Piccolo and Martinez and Charles And they just like to score on Coop Miners as well. Nice. It does see us top of the table, joint with Lazio, Genoa and Milan. And Juventus as well, ironically enough. Champions League sees us against Bayern Munich, Sevilla and Lyon. Reach the final again in the Italian Cup. And we're in the Super Cup playing Inter again. So maybe this is our chance of winning another bit of silverware for the final season. So wouldn't it be nice if we managed to win the league and the Italian Cup and possibly the Super Cup? Let's win a treble like we almost did in the first season where we won the domestic double. If we can repeat that, that would be amazing. But not to be out the top two, apart from the second season where we finished fourth. It's been quite a remarkable 4 seasons so far. But if you have a look where we're supposed to finish or predicted, fourth. So I mean joint second though, to be fair, with Milan supposedly running away with it. Let's have a look at some of the top fees then before we simulate for the final time. Milan have just picked up Kovacic for £42 million. Juventus have been spending Adli and Lafont. Milan have also picked up Kovac for £19 million. Yeah, we're not even in the picture this time around. So some of our rivals are picking up some big players. Are any of our players in this Dream 11? Kalulu. I'm assuming he's our lad, isn't he? P8, it is. And Piccolo as well. We've got 2 players in the Dream 11. Fantastic. That's what we like to see. Always love it when that happens. Right, okay, for the final time then, folks, let's simulate Season 5, and we'll see you straight after. And would you look at that, in the final season, as we did in the first, we have won the league, and I think this is our best total finish as well. 29 wins, 6 draws, only 3 losses. Who did we lose to? We lost to Inter, we lost to Lazio, and we lost to Roma. Lazio just finished 8th outside the European places. Anybody else who really missed out there? Not really. So all the big teams are in there. Wow, that's pretty good. Apart from Lazio, Sassuolo are ahead of Lazio just by the 3 points. But look at that. We've finished the league by an amazing 17, 14, 16, 17 points, I think it is. Something like that. Wow, that is incredible. And 78 goals as well. I think that tops our biggest total. And we only conceded 22 goals. And if you look at all the individual feats as well, we are on the board for almost everything there. So Piccolo gets second best player in the division. Martinez gets leading goal scorer, the Golden Boot. Olmo is the 3rd best assist maker. Frula and Olmo cross completion 45 and 42%, and we've got Kalulu and Romero, our defenders, getting the most interceptions. Absolutely fantastic. And they're also that Atalanta that scored the most goals in the league and conceded the least in the league. That is fantastic. So as you can see, this is just a sea of green. This is amazing. 6-1 against Spezia there. Any big Milan, Juventus, all in 1 month. That's fantastic as well. We were unbeaten right up until February, where Roma took it off us there. Any other teams that were Milan 3-1 there. Juventus 4-0. Then we go on another little bit of a run. Napoli 4-0. So we've had some big scores in there. Not many being conceded, as you can see. And then the last couple of games of the season, the last month, I think just running out of steam there. Lazio losing 2-1 and 3-0 to Inter. That's disappointing, but we do beat Torino. So did we beat Torino in the other game as well? Up here, 2-1. Yes, we've done the double over Torino, so that is amazing. So it just goes to show, if we beat Torino, then we will somehow finish up top. Absolutely fantastic. I can't believe it. The Italian Cup, we only get as far as a semi-final, and wow, what? We had a player sent off, and it's just gone, wow. We just got absolutely mauled, didn't we? We beat Juventus 4-2 at home, 8-4 in aggregate. 6, that's embarrassing. The sending off obviously didn't help. That's cruel. Torino we beat again, this time 4-2 in the cup. Udinese. I mean, we had some good wins there, but the 6-0 hammering, that is totally out of character for this season, that's for sure. Champions League, we make it out of the group and we lose to Real Madrid 6-3. Oh, that's a shame. Charles, Koopmeiners and Piccolo all scoring for us. But we do beat Lyon 4-1, Sevilla 3-1. Bayern we draw and lose. I mean, Lyon 10-2 in the 2 matches. That's pretty good. We do finish second, so not top, but that's not far off. Sevilla and Lyon just absolutely got brushed aside, didn't they? The Super Cup, we lose 1-0 to Inter, so no chance. So there's no Super Cup win this year. So let's have a look at our squad then. How did we fare? Martinez, top goal scorer at 27. Piccolo, 24. I mean, the 2 youngsters are doing superb. Piccolo's really coming along. He's right at his potential now. That is fantastic. Although Martinez is struggling a little bit, though, for the 25-year-old. But 27, 24. But Piccolo, 14 assists. Wow. 15 goals for Koopmeiners. Charles gets 15 as well. So 4 players getting double digits. Who else scored? Olmo getting 8. Camavinga with 6 and gets 10 assists. Pessina, Jorge. That's not bad. He did get some game time after all. 3 goals and 2 assists. Wow. Star in the making there, I think, at 24. Romero, 3 under 2. Kalulu. What did Kalulu do? 9 assists. Wow. Okay. Talking of assists, Olmo, Piccolo, Camavinga. I mean, it's right through the whole team, though. So that's quite impressive. That's really good. I'm really, really impressed with that. New stadium is going to be built in fairly soon. So if we just have a look at the stadium now, it's a 25 seater. I mean, it does. Oh, due to move to a 31,000 capacity stadium on the 29th. So that's end of this month. Oh, that's a shame. We're not going to be here. But yeah, that's pretty amazing. So it's gone up by at least 9,000 capacity. That's really nice. But now if you look at how we finish up, then we do finish up with 2 Serie A in 2022 and 2026. The Italian Cup has been won 3 times now, 22 and 23. And the Super Cup to the name as well, 23 and 24. 2 Serie A's, 2 Italian Cups and 2 Super Cups. And we do reach the final of the Champions League as well, I do believe. If we just have a quick look. Runners up in 2023. That's fantastic. I tell you what, we've had such a good rebuild. It's been such a fun one to do as well. I've really, really enjoyed it. So if you guys decide to take this challenge on, please let me know down in the comments how you get on. Can you surpass the 2 Serie A's, the 2 Italian Cups and 2 Super Cups, as well as being a finalist in the Champions League as well? I'd love to hear from you. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this rebuild. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And until the next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.